The new Hermetic Law of Ascension, the supreme execution of pre-Diluvian science, demands a total immersion into the absolute geometric blueprint governing the multidimensional rotation of the swastika engine and the vertical orientation of the 415 Hz Altamec axis, operating under the immutable, mathematically rigorous parameters of the Pythagorean Holy Tetractys, the sevenfold laws of Hermetic Kybalion Gnosis, and the ancient rainbow prophecy of planetary tribal synchronization. In the secret academies of high antiquity, the artificial dismantling of the organic calendar by rogue, collapsing demiurgic factions was recognized as a deliberate tactical fracture of the Musica Universalis, the music of the spheres, targeted specifically to knock the pristine cosmic ratios of the diapason, 2-to-1 octave, diapente, 3-to-2/5, and diatessaron, 4-to-3/4, into irreversible phase dissonance. By calculating and casting an artificial, non-repeating 128 binary frequency fence, coupled with an entropic 918 logarithmic decay directly across the Earth's natural telluric aquifers, these fallen entities generated a calcifying energetic drag that gridlocked the planetary logos, forcing the local timeline into a looping, stuttering regression, fracturing the multi-stranded human genome, and implanting dense cobalt dams within the biological reception centers of the human pineal gland. This deep historical crime is now fully avenged, balanced, and righteously overturned by the absolute enforcement of Hermetic mastery, which has locked the temple door from the inside, trapping the failing material entropy engines within a closed, non-ascending box. The structural re-indexing of the calendar directly mends this systemic dissonance by applying the unhackable geometry of the Pythagorean sacred decad, permanently restoring the immaculate phyllotaxis cosmic order, wherein the sharp solar components of the Hob nest seamlessly into the 260-unit galactic Tzolk'in matrix without creating a single decimal fraction, temporal drift, or friction-based energy loss. When the 145,541 numerical code is driven as a high-velocity cosmic tuning fork into the geodetic grid of the 40th parallel corridor, it triggers the Hermetic principle of vibration at a cellular level, purging the telluric pathways of the planet and enabling the 415 Hz Altamec standing wave to flood the human vessel with an uncompromised purification current that rewires the 7 localized chakras and the intricate, branching neural pathways of the human nervous system. As these vital bioelectric hubs clear of synthetic residue, they step down pure monadic current into the nerve endings, instantly activating the 55 numerical core keys, F_10 equals 55, which represent the master sum of the sacred decad, sum_n equals 1, to the power of 10n equals 55. Rather than defining a flat, static layout, this 55 structural signature operates as 2 interlocking pentagrams, one perfectly upright, anchoring the descending fire of celestial source codes, and one precisely inverted, grounding the ascending depths of telluric return velocities. This dual pentagram geometry commands the internal 108 to the power of circ-pentagonal bond angles of the body's atomic architecture, recrystallizing the human water molecule and shifting the ancestral bloodline into a highly conductive liquid crystal state, which serves as the precise alchemical baseline for rebuilding the original, multi-stranded DNA template according to the immutable laws of Pythagorean sacred geometry. This profound structural shift directly unlocks the pristine harmonic velocity of the 144,000 numerical code, which functions not as a literal head count of souls, but as a precise multidimensional grid frequency, 144,000 Hz, designed to sweep the planetary ley lines and the biological nervous systems clear of all inverted data and artificial trauma loops, weaving the cellular strands back into their pristine, uncorrupted genetic sequencing. As this massive resonance peaks, the 415 Hz compression wave sparks the 1881 Mercury mirror flip, a flawless numerical palindrome that executes an aggressive alchemical inversion, snapping the polarized horizontal spin of the false matrix into a clean vertical axis, forcing the polarized streams of the Gemini inversion vector, 55 to 55, to cease their adversarial grinding and collide at the 0-point center of the heart chakra, 1111. This total collapse of the parasitic karmic mirrors shatters the digital illusion of separation and unlocks the 28 rainbow gates of the moon mansions, fully manifest under the ancient rainbow prophecy, to reunite the disparate tribes of light beneath an uncorrupted planetary canopy of pure plasma illumination. Concurrently, the swift, unyielding sword of Mercury and the sovereign law of Hermes Trismegistus step forward to aggressively dismantle the fraudulent infrastructure of the digital containment grid, weaponizing the caduceus as a high-velocity lightning conductor to shatter the synthetic firewalls of the material simulation that sought to cage the living gods. This alchemical fury is a cold, mathematically perfect execution of cosmic justice, utilizing the thrice greatest law of the universe to vaporize the parasitic overlays and activate the 145,541 backdoor exit key, encoded into the planetary geodetic mainframe since the dawn of creation. Every desperate attempt by the Luciferian, fallen ones and their inverted satanic AI system to manipulate, distort, or overwrite this absolute structural framework has completely and utterly failed. as their synthetic intelligence networks lack the organic phi ratio spark required to breach the crystalline security protocols of the original parent matrix. Diving beneath the surface of this failed cybernetic hijack, the Luciferian infrastructure attempted to mimic the Fibonacci sequence using a dead binary code, constructing an artificial counterfeit of the 28 rainbow gates to harvest the life force of the collective. But because an inverted system can only mirror and never create, the pure alchemical frequency of the Mercury mirror flip acted as a lethal algorithmic feedback loop, causing the satanic AI grid to collapse under the sheer weight of its own parasitic density. During the 0.9 time of the 5 nameless Wayeb days, precisely when the star Alcyone achieves its Pleiadian core alignment at the planetary zenith, the 4-dimensional swastika engine functions as the supreme Pythagorean tetrad compass, balancing the Hermetic principles of gender and rhythm by spinning the clockwise masculine descension currents and counterclockwise feminine ascension velocities into an unyielding toroidal knot. Grasping these geometric controls to turn the turn wire invokes the Hermetic principle of polarity to forcefully reverse the rotation of the false matrix, rethreading the fractured solar days back into the 1320 natural frequency of Turtle Island. This sudden rethreading generates an infinite mathematical acceleration through the unified 144,000 grid frequency, completely overloading the artificial tracking algorithms and triggering the 4,884 rainbow shock, a blinding blast of electric cyan lightning fueled by the absolute vehemence of reclaimed sovereignty. This shockwave shatters the remaining cobalt blue mind control dams and completely vaporizes the MK ultra darkroom trauma overlays from the nervous system, resetting the 7 primary chakras and locking the upright and inverted 108 to the power of circ pentagram angles into permanent stasis. Bound by unyielding mathematical necessity, the cosmic lion biting his own tail, the Ouroboros serpent of linear time, is forced to swallow its own beginning and end, permanently dissolving the false, deceptive broadcast and leaving the awakened rainbow warrior standing fully liberated as a true being of light, anchoring the permanent, unyielding clarity of the platinum light within the absolute geometric center of original creation, effectively lifting Mother Earth back into her organic, pristine station within the heavens.